Most car owners are being set up to fail, not by accident, but because the people selling you parts and services profit every time something breaks. Today, I'm giving you 12 maintenance practices that actually extend engine life, the kind experienced mechanics use on their own vehicles but rarely explain to customers. Stay until the end, because the final tip takes under 30 seconds and can protect you from a repair bill that easily climbs past $4,000. Let's get into it. Tip number 12. Transmission fluid replacement. Here's the trap most drivers fall into. They wait until the transmission starts jerking or slipping before touching the fluid. By that point, internal damage is already underway. Many manufacturers label their fluid lifetime, but that word only means something for the warranty period, not for the mechanical reality inside your gearbox. Transmission fluid operates under sustained heat and pressure. Over thousands of miles, it breaks down, loses its lubricating properties, and starts carrying suspended metal particles and clutch debris. The dangerous part is that it can still look acceptable, slightly red, no obvious burnt odor, while having already lost most of its protective capacity. The consequence is accelerated internal wear, and eventually, an automatic transmission rebuild that rarely costs less than $3,000. The correct approach is a partial fluid change between 40 and 50,000 miles. Hybrid systems sometimes tolerate a slightly longer interval, but pushing it is a gamble. One critical rule: never perform a full flush on a transmission that's been neglected for too long. A complete flush on degraded fluid can dislodge built-up deposits and circulate debris through the system, making things considerably worse. Partial changes only. And always use the exact fluid grade specified for your vehicle. Universal substitutes are a shortcut toward expensive problems. Tip number 11. The 3,000-mile oil rule. If you're still operating on a 7,500 to 10,000-mile oil change schedule, understand where that number came from. It was designed to make ownership costs look lower on paper, not to maximize engine longevity. In real-world American driving conditions, stop-and-go traffic, temperature extremes, frequent short trips, oil degrades significantly faster than laboratory testing suggests. Experienced mechanics who work on high-mileage engines consistently recommend changing oil between 3,000 and 5,000 miles. Stretching beyond that range accelerates sludge formation, increases friction between internal components, and quietly shortens engine life. The damage doesn't appear immediately. It shows up years later in the form of timing chain stretch, variable valve timing failure, and internal noise signaling, advanced wear. Two non-negotiable rules here. Always use the correct viscosity and grade specified for your engine. Modern engines require full synthetic, and never reuse the old filter. Every single oil change needs a fresh filter. Cutting corners here is one of the most common ways people unknowingly destroy an otherwise healthy engine. Tip number 10. Timing belt replacement before the limit. If your car uses a rubber timing belt, this one deserves your full attention. Many owners follow the manufacturer's schedule and wait for 100,000 miles or beyond. In real-world conditions, that approach carries real risk. Between 40,000 and 60,000 miles, many timing belts already show signs of wear, surface cracking, or rubber dryness. And mileage alone doesn't tell the whole story. Time matters equally. Rubber degrades with age regardless of how often the car is driven. Low-mileage belts that are several years old can snap without any prior warning. When a timing belt fails at speed, there is no warning and no recovery. Valves and pistons collide, and the engine destroys itself from the inside in a fraction of a second. The preventive strategy is to start inspecting the belt around 40,000 miles and replace it before any visible deterioration appears. Always change the tensioner, idler pulleys, and water pump at the same time. These components work as a system, and replacing one without the others is false economy that usually results in paying for the full job twice. Tip number 9. Quality spark plugs. Worn spark plugs affect far more than ignition. They disrupt the combustion cycle, reduce fuel efficiency, decrease power output, and can progressively damage the catalytic converter through incomplete combustion. The degradation is gradual and easy to miss. It begins with minor misfires, moves into inconsistent combustion, and eventually leads to carbon buildup and system-wide damage. Even spark plugs rated for 100,000 miles often underperform well before that threshold, particularly in turbocharged engines and direct injection systems, which operate under harsher conditions. The correct practice is to use quality plugs that meet factory specifications and inspect them on a regular schedule. Heavy deposits or oil contamination on the electrode surface are not just a plug problem, they point to deeper engine issues that need attention. Changing spark plugs on schedule is one of the least expensive ways to avoid significantly more costly repairs down the line. Tip number 8. Fuel filter replacement. The fuel filter has one function: prevent contaminants from reaching the fuel injectors and engine. When it becomes clogged, it stops protecting the system and starts damaging it. Restricted fuel flow forces the pump to work harder, accelerates injector wear, and causes a noticeable drop in performance. The problem with fuel filter failure is that symptoms take time to develop. By the time the car is visibly struggling, the surrounding components have already been under strain for some time. Replacement should happen between 20,000 and 40,000 miles, depending on usage patterns and fuel source. While fuel quality in the US is generally consistent, contamination still accumulates over time. 2 rules worth remembering: never install a low-quality filter. Cheap filters can actually introduce debris into the fuel system rather than trapping it. And ignore anyone who tells you a fuel filter can be cleaned and reused. It cannot. Tip number 7. Replace all fluids, not just the engine oil. This is where most responsible car owners still fall short. They maintain a disciplined oil change schedule and then completely ignore every other fluid in the car. Transmission fluid, brake fluid, coolant, and power steering fluid all degrade with use and time. And all of them contribute to component failure when neglected. Brake fluid is particularly underestimated. It absorbs moisture progressively, which lowers its boiling point and reduces braking effectiveness. In high-demand situations, severely degraded brake fluid can contribute to brake fade or failure. A practical schedule looks like this: brake fluid checked annually and replaced every 2 years. Transmission fluid every 25 to 40,000 miles. Coolant every 3 years. Power steering fluid as contamination or wear indicates. Following that schedule results in smooth transmission behavior, consistent brake response, and a steering system that doesn't develop noise or stiffness. Fluid neglect is one of the slowest and most avoidable ways to deteriorate a mechanically sound vehicle. Tip number 6. Clean the MAF sensor. The mass airflow sensor measures the volume of air entering the engine and sends that data to the ECU to calculate the correct fuel mixture. When it accumulates dirt and oil residue, and it will, the engine starts operating on inaccurate information. The result is a rich fuel mixture, elevated fuel consumption, reduced power, and rough idle. What makes this particularly frustrating is that many repair shops won't check the MAF sensor unless you specifically request it. It won't always trigger a check engine light, so it can go undetected for a long time. The fix is straightforward. Use a dedicated MAF sensor cleaner, not brake cleaner, not generic spray, and clean the sensor every 10 to 15,000 miles. The improvement is often immediate: sharper throttle response, smoother idle, and measurably better fuel economy. It takes less than 15 minutes and costs almost nothing. Tip number 5. Never dismiss unusual noises. A car that makes a new noise is telling you something is wrong. Clicks, squeaks, vibrations, rattles. These are not random. They are early mechanical warnings, and the most common mistake drivers make is treating them as background noise. What sounds like a minor annoyance today could be a timing chain tensioner losing tension, a wheel bearing in early failure, or suspension play that's about to worsen. Catching these conditions early often converts what would become a multi-thousand-dollar repair into a straightforward, affordable fix. The practical approach is to pay attention to patterns. Note when the noise occurs, at what speed, under what load during acceleration or braking. If possible, record it. That information is genuinely valuable for diagnosis. Mechanical failures almost never happen without warning. The warning is just easy to ignore. Tip number 4. Use ohm or equivalent quality parts. There is a wide range of quality in the aftermarket parts market, and the cheapest options consistently cause problems. Low-quality ignition coils, sensors, brake components, and suspension parts compromise system performance and often accelerate wear in the components surrounding them. One underspecified part can destabilize an entire system. Brands like Bosch, Engie, and Denso maintain consistent manufacturing standards for a reason. Precision matters in mechanical systems, where tolerances are tight and conditions are demanding. The principle is straightforward. A replacement part isn't just filling a gap, it's maintaining the calibrated balance the system was engineered around. A single inferior component can undermine that entire balance. Tip number 3. Replace hoses and belts before they fail. Rubber components don't fail gradually. They fail suddenly, and usually at the worst possible moment. Belts, radiator hoses, and vacuum lines are all subject to heat cycling, chemical exposure, and simple age-related hardening. When one of these components gives out while the engine is running, the consequences can be severe. Overheating within minutes, loss of power steering, electrical system failure, or direct engine damage, depending on which component is involved. The prevention schedule is simple. Accessory belts. Inspect regularly and replace around 40,000 miles regardless of visible condition. Main coolant hoses. Replace every 4 to 5 years, independent of mileage. This may seem conservative until you price an engine replacement caused by a failed $20 hose. Tip number 2. Find a mechanic you trust and stay with them. This is less technical than the other items on this list, but its impact on long-term vehicle health is significant. A mechanic with full history of your car can recognize patterns, anticipate what's approaching wear tolerance, and avoid unnecessary work because they already know what's been done. They also catch problems earlier because they have a baseline to compare against. Rotating between shops may appear cost-effective in the short term, but it creates gaps in diagnostic continuity and increases the likelihood of redundant work or misdiagnosis. Consistency in maintenance creates consistency in results. Tip number 1. Keep your car clean, inside and out. This is not about appearance. Road salt, accumulated grime, and moisture underneath the vehicle accelerate corrosion on structural and mechanical components. In the engine bay, trapped debris holds heat and moisture against wiring, rubber hoses, and sensor connectors, shortening their service life. A clogged cabin air filter puts unnecessary load on the HVAC system and reduces interior air quality. Regular cleaning, including the undercarriage, engine bay, and interior, directly preserves component life. It also makes it significantly easier to spot fluid leaks, cracks, and developing problems before they become expensive ones. And when it's time to sell, the difference in perceived condition between a well-maintained vehicle and a neglected one is reflected directly in its resale value.